The latest in an offensive to take an ISIS stronghold. A GOP office reopens after being firebombed over the weekend. And Columbia discusses a plan to decrease unemployment among women and minorities. Good morning, Mid-Missouri. It's Monday, October 17th, 2016. I'm Landon Burke.
And I'm Tim Schmidt. It looks like some very warm weather is ahead for us later on today. Temperatures going to get back up to maybe close to the 90-degree mark in many areas. That's going to be record-setting.
Unseasonable warm-up for sure.
It's very, very warm today. Very breezy this afternoon, too, and then a big-time cold down here for the later part of this week. It looks like homecoming weekend, very similar to the weather that we had last year for Mizzou's homecoming. Right now, temperatures are sitting at 70 degrees. We're at 71 in Jefferson City, 69 degrees over at Lake the Ozarks, and 72 there in Moberly. It looks like nice warm weather to kick us off for a Monday morning. Skies are mostly clear this morning, too, just a few little high passing clouds. Otherwise, look for lots of sunshine today. A very breezy afternoon. Winds are going to be out of the south, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Look for temperatures into the upper 80s.
All right, Tim, thank you. Right now, an offensive is underway in Iraq to retake the northern city of Mosul from ISIS. The city has been under ISIS rule for more than 2 years and is still home to more than 1 million civilians. Iraq's special forces say the Iraqi Kurdish troops are now leading the first push on Mosul's eastern front. An earlier deal between Iraq's Kurdish region and the central government in Baghdad has agreed Kurdish forces will advance first and bring a cluster of villages under their regional control. A senior UN official says he's extremely concerned for the safety of civilians in Mosul during the fight to retake the city. He said in a statement that, quote, depending on the intensity and scope of the fighting, as many as 1 million people may be forced to flee their homes in a worst-case scenario. The fight is expected to be the most complex yet for Iraq's military. Columbia is gearing up to buy the rights to a multi-million-dollar project along Providence Road between Stadium Boulevard and Stewart Road. Tonight, the City Council will consider whether to buy a vacant property at the northwest corner of Providence and Burnham Roads. The plan is to use the area to widen Providence and to do other work to alleviate congestion in the area. It's estimated to cost nearly $4 million. Also tonight, the Columbia City Council is set to vote on a $1.1 million plan that could change the look of one of downtown's busiest intersections. The corner of Providence and Broadway was the site of a controversial plan to bring a CVS to Columbia. It never happened, and now the city wants to buy the land in an effort to expand Flat Branch Park. Tonight, the City Council will decide whether it's a smart use of taxpayer money. A program being introduced by the City Council could help decrease minority unemployment in Columbia. The program's plan will be introduced during tonight's City Council meeting. KOMU 8's Desiree Evans is live in the studio to tell us more.
This plan is all part of Columbia's effort to increase or better the Columbia economy. I spoke with consultant for Columbia, James Witt, who has a big part in making the plan, and he says the city is looking to use local minority and women-owned businesses to help bring down minority unemployment. The strategy grow businesses owned by minorities and women so they can hire other minorities. In a memo released by the city, it says Columbia has a less than 4% unemployment rate, but black people have 15% unemployment, the highest of any other racial group in Columbia. One Columbia business owner says black businesses are important when it comes to Columbia's economy and setting an example for other minorities in the area.
The importance is just that others who are African Americans or minorities see that anything is possible. You know, I've always been in business here in Columbia. It's been probably 28 years. I'm also a State Farm insurance agent, which is an independent business person, self-employed also.
It says he hopes to put this plan in action in 2017.
A U.S. Navy man is facing DUI and manslaughter charges after he drove a pickup truck off a bridge in San Diego, killing 4 people and injuring 9 at a festival below. 25-year-old Richard Anthony Cipollio was alone in the truck this weekend when he lost control and fell 60 feet onto a vendor's booth. Cipollio was in the hospital with serious injuries last night. Police are investigating a person who was struck and killed by an Amtrak train in Rhode Island over the weekend. The train was traveling from Boston to Washington yesterday afternoon when it hit a person on the tracks. None of the 378 passengers aboard the train were injured. Police have not yet identified the victim, but at this time don't believe the victim's actions were intentional. A Republican Party office in North Carolina is set to reopen today after being damaged by fire and graffiti. The fire started when someone threw a bottle filled with flammable liquid through the window of the Orange County GOP headquarters early yesterday morning. The building next door was spray painted with a swastika and the words, "Nazi Republicans, leave town or else." No one was injured and no arrests have been made. Donald Trump is blaming Hillary Clinton supporters for the firebombing and vandalizing the GOP building. In his tweets, Trump called the Democrats, quote, "animals," and said they attacked the office because he's leading in the state's polls. Clinton's campaign called the attack horrific and said it's grateful everyone is safe. A surgeon removed a kidney from the wrong patient at a Massachusetts hospital. How the doctor got the two patients mixed up and the legal ramifications the hospital is now facing.
Despite the warm weather this weekend, Columbia trailgoers may have been disappointed due to a missed deadline in construction. More information after the break.
Your time is now 4:35 here on your Monday morning. Let's get this week started strong. Here's a live look over downtown Columbia. You're watching KOMU 8 News Today.
Live Doppler 8 First Alert weather.
All right, welcome back. It's 4:38 on our Monday morning, and it's the live look over the Lake of the Ozarks. It's brought to you by your Heart of Missouri Chevy dealers. Temperatures this morning awfully warm outside. And these are some of the warmest temps that we have had so far in an autumn season. And get ready for a big warm up. Near record warm temperatures this afternoon, and it starts out this morning fairly warm too. Right now 70 in Columbia. We're at 71 in Jefferson City. Like the Ozarks, still in the 60s, but it looks like most of us holding out in the 70s. Even Brunswick still at 76 out that way. And your temperature track here through the morning, it's a warm start. Jackets not needed. Those temperatures are going to hover near that 70-degree mark as you head out the door into the afternoon. Well, big warm up. Winds out of the south, anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour. Going to help us get all the way back up into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. If we hit 90, it'll be a new record high temperature for Columbia, and that's where I have us forecasted today. Our satellite and radar right now does have a few little high clouds over parts of northern Missouri. Most of those are just kind of fading away right now, and it's all thanks to high pressure that's down to our south. That is a big time high, though, and it's going to draw in winds out of the south. We're on that traditionally south flow on the left side of a high pressure system. And that's what's going to help keep us mostly sunny and keep most of the weather well up to our north. Take a look at our winds at this morning too. Already sustained at 13 miles per hour. It's sustained as high as 21 out in Kansas City. That's going to go up this afternoon. Winds out of the south anywhere from about 15 to 25 miles per hour. And those are just sustained wind speeds outside too. So this is a big time little wind system that's moving on through. By 4 o'clock, here's where we could be experiencing some of those winds. The Moberly and Macon area, anywhere from about 20 to 24. Columbia, Jefferson City, the 20. And that's not even including some of the wind gusts that we could have this afternoon. Some of those gusts could be as high as 35 in some areas. So a breezy day. It's all helping us warm up quickly too. 68 as you head out the door, 84 by noon. We're going to top things out. You're at 90 degrees this evening. Well, a mild evening for most. Partly cloudy. It'll be warm. South winds 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting up to 25. We'll fall into the upper 60s. And then it finally looks like things cool off a little bit. Once you get a big surge of warm air, some cooler air has to surge in out of the north typically, and that's about what's going to happen. Tuesday, 78 degrees, significantly cooler into Wednesday too as a little storm system passes on through. That's going to be with a cold front into Thursday, and look how cool we go. 64 on Thursday, 66 on Friday. Some of those morning temperatures will be in the 40s, and almost identical forecast to what we had last year for Mizzou's homecoming. A little bit of rain in the morning, possibly on a Friday, and then nice weather into Saturday too. So we'll continue to kind of look at a very mild pattern here so far for the fall season.
And I don't mind a little bit of crisp weather on homecoming because that's kind of the fun of it. When you get there early for the parade, you got the hot chocolate, you're bundled up, But I'll say this though, I can't remember the last time mid-October I drove with windows down to work. I drove with my windows down this morning. I
had the air conditioning on yesterday.
Yeah,
it was warm. This is not weather that we typically see. This is near your extremes, and so that's just kind of what we're going to have to deal with, at least for today. Like I said, it looks like it starts to cool off, though. At least by tomorrow, we're back into the 70s and then 60s for the rest of the week.
Sure. Okay, Tim. All right. Thank you so much. MKT trail goers in Columbia will have to wait a little longer than expected to use certain paths again. KOMU 8's Sarah Hensel is live to tell us more about why certain parts of the trail are still not open.
The Flat Branch Sewer Relief Project near downtown Columbia has had parts of the MKT trail closed for months, but unexpected challenges in construction means that it'll have to be closed a little longer. Construction fell behind when crews discovered the rock underneath was much harder to break up and remove than anticipated, but that work must be done before workers lay new pipes in the ground. The trail was closed originally for safety reasons due to heavy trucks full of rocks and equipment, as well as trenches being dug in the trail. However, people might not have to wait much longer for the trail to open again.
We have one more trail crossing that the contractor needs to complete, and they hope to complete that next week, depending on the weather, and so that we hope to have the trail open by the next weekend, by October 21st.
The next leg of construction will take place between University Property and Providence Road. The entire project is expected to be completed mid-January. Reporting live on MKT Trail, Sarah Hensel, KOMU 8 News, Columbia.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. More than 500 firefighters are battling the biggest wildfire to hit Nevada this year. The Little Valley fire between Reno and Carson City has burned more than 3,000 acres. Officials say 55% of the fire is contained. 23 homes and 17 businesses have been burned. 4 firefighters have been injured. A Massachusetts hospital is at risk of losing its Medicare and Medicaid agreements after a surgeon removed the wrong kidney from the wrong patient. Investigators say the surgeon was supposed to remove a tumorous kidney from one patient, but instead removed a healthy kidney from a different one. The 2 patients at St. Vincent Hospital apparently had the same name. Now government agencies are threatening to discontinue its relationship with the hospital unless it takes corrective action.
Independence police are investigating the death of a woman shot and killed last night. Police say they're looking for a white SUV with a white man driving. They got a call at the shooting around 7:30 last night. When they got to the scene, a woman was pronounced dead. The shooting's being investigated as a homicide. And the search continues for a 20-year-old Kansas City woman who's been missing for more than a month. Jessica Runyons has been missing since September 8th. Yesterday morning, family and friends met to search for Jessica. Her mother organized that search. Runyons was last seen leaving a party with 28-year-old Kyler Yust. Yust is charged with burning Jessica's car, but not with her disappearance.
A 12-year-old St. Louis boy with autism is using his acting skills in a new Netflix show. He's sharing a message of inclusion. Charlie Owens from Clayton was chosen from thousands of applicants to play the role in Netflix's new Mac and Moxie show. Each episode will focus on a different disability and encourage kids to accept their peers no matter their situation. A former New York Jets player, Dennis Byrd, died in a car crash near Tulsa, Oklahoma this weekend. The 50-year-old was killed when an SUV veered into oncoming traffic, hitting Bird's Hummer head-on. The former offensive lineman is best known for learning to walk again less than a year after a paralyzing on-field injury. Two big-time companies are joining forces for the greater good.
They want to work on improving solar energy worldwide. How? Each team plans to do it after the break.
Plus, how thrill seekers in West Virginia celebrate Bridge Day 2016 from 900 feet up.
All right, welcome back. Here's a check of our weather on your 8s this morning. A very warm morning start. Already temperatures are in the upper 60s and lower 70s. And, well, we could reach record high temperatures this afternoon. The record high for Columbia set back in 1894 is 89 degrees. We're forecasted to hit 90 today. All thanks to winds out of the south and very breezy at anywhere from about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Could see some gusts up to 35. Right now, temperatures are hovering near 70 degrees. Maybe even 71 in most areas. That itself would be a record for the morning temperature. Lots of open skies too. Well, hardly a cloud out there, and those winds are going to start kicking up out of the south here throughout the day. 15 to 25 miles per hour. Again, some spots could see gusts as high as 35 this afternoon. Look for those temperatures to soar quickly out of the 60s and 70s and back into the upper 80s to near 90 this afternoon.
Students who left college just shy of meeting their graduation requirements are completing their degree through a Missouri State University program. The program only admits current or former students in good academic standing with 75 or more college credits. The degree requires students to complete coursework in 2 or 3 departments in place of one specific major. U.S. electric car maker Tesla says it plans to start working with Japanese electronics company Panasonic to develop solar energy technology. The deal requires shareholders' approval of Tesla's planned acquisition of the California-based solar panel company Solar City Corporation. Tesla CEO Elon Musk says Solar City's installation network and Tesla's global energy storage could provide customers a one-stop shop for sustainable energy and transportation. Former Green Bay Packers quarterback Brett Favre was honored yesterday afternoon as a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Favre's name was unveiled inside Lambeau Field during the halftime ceremony of the Packers game against the Dallas Cowboys. Favre was also given his Pro Football Hall of Fame ring. His number 4 jersey was retired on Thanksgiving last year during his last visit to the stadium. The 15-year-old daughter of Olympic runner Tyson Gay was killed in a shooting early yesterday morning in Lexington, Kentucky. Trinity Gay was hit in a crossfire shooting outside a restaurant. Police say they may have tracked down one car involved in the shooting and are questioning possible suspects.
MoDOT's moving forward with a construction project despite concern from some residents. KOMU 8's Zach Newman's near the intersection of Route 50 and 63 and North Shamrock Road in Jefferson City to tell us
when the project is finished, you won't be able to turn left to either head to Jeff City or Lynn. $430,000 will be spent to add acceleration lanes and eliminate medians and crossing on both sides of the highway. One of the project managers says this will prevent accidents. From 2006 to 2015, 47 accidents happened. Although none of them were fatal, most of them were T-bone crashes that wouldn't happen under this new plan. So experts and residents are looking for the best solution. One idea, a traffic light?
Oh, very frustrating. Especially during rush hour traffic, basically. In the mornings when I'll be going to work, I'll have to get out into traffic that will be going toward Lynn.
MoDOT is getting ready to open up the project to bids from contractors, and construction will begin next summer. Reporting live in Jefferson City, Zach Newman, KOMU 8 News.
A new survey says holiday shoppers will spend more money this year, but those shoppers will also be looking for the best deals. An annual survey by Accenture found 44% of shoppers plan to buy more this holiday season, but 81% of those surveyed say they plan to shop the web first before hitting the stores, all in search of finding cheaper prices. Ohio Governor John Kasich has slapped a series of sanctions on Wells Fargo following the bank's fake account scandal. Under the new sanction, state agencies can hire the bank in federal service contracts for 1 year. Wells Fargo will be banned from participating in Ohio's future debt sales for the next year. Kasich will try to exclude the bank from participating in bond sales by the Ohio Public Facilities Commission. One Michigan barber is offering an incentive for young readers. Kids who read out loud while getting their haircut will get a discount. One barber says the program's not only boosting young boys' confidence, but also making reading a little cooler. The barbershop supplies a variety of books for kids to choose from, many which center around black characters or black history. Jumping off a bridge, you know, that's what they say. If your friends did it, would you do it? No, because it sounds crazy. Not several people in West Virginia, though. They don't think it sounds that bad.
Now, some base jumpers plunged off a nearly 900-foot bridge at a New River Gorge just for fun. CNN's Justin McClellan has more from thrill seekers and spectators.
For the tens of thousands attending Bridge Day 2016, it's all about seeing this iconic state symbol from a different perspective.
To walk across the bridge that you normally drive across is pretty exciting, and then to go below and look back up at the jumpers.
Each October, thrill seekers and spectators from all over come to experience the bridge in their own way.
It has been awesome. The weather's perfect, and watching the jumpers is a great thing.
Some of them are shaking a little bit, some of them are nervous, some of them are excited, and then to see them plunge and to float through the air and then wait until the last minute to pull the cord, it's exciting.
Most are perfectly content with watching from the sidelines.
I would never do that.
That takes a lot of guts.
lots of them.
But for the ones with the guts, the best view is the one from the edge.
Yeah, it's nerve-wracking, even if you've done it. I mean, some of these guys are really good. Maybe they don't get nervous, but I get pretty nervous.
Base jumper Ricky Hoyt traveled 9 hours from upstate New York just for the chance to leap off the bridge. He's repacking his chute to get ready for his third jump of the day.
It's illegal any other time, so today, while it's legal, try to get as many as we can in.
Hoyt says if you can block out the nerves, it's really quite simple.
Just set your mind, step off, and you're good, hopefully.
Here for you at Bridge Day, Justin McLennan, WVVA News.
You're taking a live look over the Columbia Regional Airport at 4:55 here on your Monday morning. Tim's going to have a look at our weather forecast coming up next.